What if I told you that you could launch a brand new online store today, spend only $1, and actually start making real sales, all without ever touching inventory or shipping a single package? It sounds a little crazy, right? Well, I'm putting this entire claim to the test, using nothing but free AI tools, a budget of exactly $1, and my trusty laptop. I'm going to build a complete Shopify store from scratch, stock it with winning products, and see if I can generate actual profit. And here is the kicker. I am giving myself just 1 hour to pull it all together. Alright, before we dive in, let's lay down some ground rules so this doesn't turn into some fantasy experiment. Rule number 1, I can only use free AI tools, and the total cost of creating this entire store must stay under $1. Rule number 2, everything has to be done directly from my laptop. No outsourcing, no secret teams, no hidden help. And rule number 3, the big one. I have to finish the complete setup in under 1 hour. The timer is on. Get into it. The very first challenge is finding a free AI tool that can actually build a Shopify store for me. After digging around a bit, I landed on one called Build Your Store. It makes a bold promise to create a Shopify storefront, stock it with products, and handle all the orders by drop shipping directly from suppliers. Let me translate that for you. If someone buys a product from my store, the supplier ships it straight to the customer. That means no inventory for me to manage, no packaging to worry about, just the profit margin in between. So I signed up with my name, email, and a password. Simple Inouk. Next up, I had to choose a niche for the store. 6 options popped up on the screen. Fashion, pets, electronics, home and garden, sports and fitness, or the classic notcher. Now, most beginners just pick something they like. But if you're serious about making money, you need to pick based on market demand. Since I've seen how absolutely massive the fitness market is here in the US, from gyms popping up everywhere to local running clubs, I decided to go with sports and fitness. It's a funny thing. These days, Gen Z is apparently meeting at running clubs instead of nightclubs. Back in my day, it was all about the late-night parties. I guess times really do change, right? Now, let's talk about design. Your store's first impression matters more than almost anything else online. The AI tool gave me 6 different banner options to choose from. A few of them showed a random collection of sporting goods, but I skipped those. It is just confusing if I don't actually sell all of those items. A couple of others were a bit too gender-specific, clearly appealing only to women, and I wanted my store to have a broad appeal. So I narrowed it down and picked one with a bold, eye-catching sunset background. It's bright, it's clean, and it feels universal. 1 click. Done. On to the next step. Of course, no store works without a Shopify account. So I jumped over to their site, entered my email, hit start free trial, and created a new password. Shopify then asked a whole bunch of setup questions, but since I was letting the AI do most of the heavy lifting, I just skipped right through them. For the plan, I picked the basic tier. It's specifically built for solo entrepreneurs like us, and it's the cheapest option. And get this, the first 3 months cost just $1 total. That still keeps me perfectly under budget because I don't actually have to pay that dollar until the free trial ends. Now the Shopify dashboard popped up. If you've ever seen a Shopify backend before, you know it can look pretty overwhelming. But don't panic though. AI is about to handle about 90% of these for me. I went ahead and installed Build Your Store as an app right inside my Shopify account. Click the big Create My Custom Store button and just let the AI work its magic. Okay, now comes the real make-or-break moment. Picking the products. You can have the best looking, most professional website in the world, but if your products are trash, you're just not going to make any money. That's why I linked the store with another tool called Auto. Think of it as your personal product. Scout it finds trending items, uploads professional photos, sets the pricing for you, and can even fulfill the orders automatically. I signed up using PayPal, paid the 99-cent trial fee, and boom, my budget was officially spent. $1 down to the very last cent. So, what kind of products did AutoD's load into my brand new store? First up was a breathing trainer. It's basically a mask that athletes use to mimic altitude training. My son actually uses one of these when he's boxing, so I know for a fact there's real demand for it. Then there were these golf club bag clips, designed to keep your shafts from rattling around and breaking. Any golfer knows how expensive those replacements can be. A classic resistance band, which is a staple that always sells well. And finally, a warm jogging hat for those cold weather runs. Honestly, not a bad starting lineup. If I wanted to add more, I could just browse the trending section in AutoDS, filter by sports and fitness, and import new items with a single click. But even with just these 4 products, I was already getting excited. Next, I took a look at the product pages themselves. The design was clean, with multiple product photos, a clear PayPal checkout option, and even AI-written descriptions, complete with emojis. It was simple, professional, and trustworthy. Sometimes, basic really is the best way to go. There was one weak point, though: the domain name. Right out of the box, it was just a random string of characters followed by misupify.com. That just screams scam to potential customers. So I swapped it for a store domain, which Build Your Store actually gave me for free. Studies have shown that store domains tend to get more clicks and even better Google rankings because customers immediately know they're revisiting a shop. It was the perfect fix. Now that everything was live, it was time for the most important part: getting traffic. And no, I wasn't about to drop thousands of dollars on Facebook ads. Instead, I decided to copy a page straight from Gymshark's playbook, influencer marketing. But here's the twist: I used micro-influencers instead of huge mega celebrities. Why? Because accounts with around 10,000 to 50,000 followers often have way higher engagement rates and a much deeper level of trust with their audience. I reached out to a couple of creators called the Gray Brothers. They had about 14,500 followers on Instagram. The perfect size for a test run. I paid them $50 to create a short video ad promoting the breathing trainer. Their style is goofy, fuss-based, and fits perfectly with the vibe on Instagram Reels. They posted the video, and I crossed my fingers. Fast forward 24 hours. The sales were in a total of 12 units sold. Okay, full disclosure. 2 of those were me just testing the checkout system to make sure it worked. But 10 of those sales were completely legit. Each one sold for around $13.68, which gave me about $6.84 in profit per item. After subtracting the product costs, the shipping, that $50 influencer payment, and the initial $1 setup fee, I cleared a profit of $80.35. Now, let's pause here for a second. $80 isn't retirement money. It's not going to pay off your mortgage. But remember this: I started this whole thing with $1 and a bunch of free AI tools. That's an insane return on investment. Imagine scaling this up to 20 products, more influencers, repeat sales from happy customers. And suddenly we're talking about the potential for thousands of dollars per month. So what did we learn from all of this? We learned that AI makes building a Shopify dropshipping store ridiculously easy, with less than an hour of actual setup time. I had a live store, real products, and I was making real sales. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. But it proved the point. With smart tools, minimal risk, and a little bit of hustle, anyone can get started and here's the big takeaway. I won't do all the work for you. You still need to choose the right niche. You still have to market your store effectively, and you have to keep tweaking and improving. But what it does is massively lower the barrier to entry, making it possible for anyone to give it a shot. So, what do you think? Would you try launching a store with just $1 and some AI tools? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video if it gave you some ideas. Share it with a friend who might need a new side hustle. And definitely hit that subscribe button if you're serious about building wealth in 2025. And hey, if you're curious about the easiest, laziest way to make money online, I've got another video waiting for you right up there. Go ahead and check it out. But only after you hit subscribe. I'll see you over there.